Now, y'all probably expected me to be wilding on the streets, going to clubs and dancing and all of that good stuff, but nah, I'm about to come on and tell a little message, tell a little testimony. I ain't finna be wilding. I'm done with all that. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. I still got God heavy in my soul.
What's up? This video is supposed to be a special video. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a dedication to somebody that I didn't know personally, but I knew of, and I had a lot of regard for. I held very significantly at a point in time in my life, and very recently, and I had to see this. I saw their end. I saw them pass on. I didn't see them go to the other side, but I witnessed the end of their journey, the end of their life, in terms of I witnessed their last days before they passed on to the other side. And this person inspired me very well. And why didn't I say his name already? Trey 1119. You know what I'm saying? This dude was a special guy, great potential. He had great character. He was just an all around great person. You know what I'm saying? He was a special person. He was a person with a lot of spirit, a lot of energy, a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest, I feel like I can still feel the energy to this day. You know what I'm saying? And today, November 19th, is his birthday. And he was all about 1119. He always repped that 1119, 1119. It was 1119 for life, 1119 forever. Those numbers, 1119, meant everything to him. So every time, at least once I saw him, every time you see the numbers 1119, it would mean something. And so after he's gone, that still means something to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why today, 1119, and every other 1119, probably for the rest of my life, I'm gonna dedicate to him. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna do it covertly because I didn't really know him personally, but I knew of him. So this man, he was on social media. I found him on TikTok, and I think I resonated with him because he was an Uber driver, but he was homeless. You know what I'm saying? And so I ain't gonna lie, it sound weird, but that's what I wanted to. I was an Uber driver, but I always wanted to be on my own, like a what do they call, like a journeyman, on his lonely, just going out and adventuring, going out into the world. And that's what he was like. He was like a journeyman. I know there's another word for it, but I don't want to explain it. I can't remember. But he's like a journeyman, just going out on his own path, on his own adventure. Every day was a new adventure. Every day was a new lesson and whatnot. And he kept going. He had great spirit, great energy. He had a great attitude, at least at first. And one of the other reasons I resonate with him, because a lot of the dreams and the goals I have, he had, as far as being a rapper, making music and making a huge impact on the world. Of course, he never got to do it. He never got to see his dreams come true. But I feel like once he went to the other side, I was like, you know what? This is gonna motivate me, man. Because I know, even though he's not here, I know he still would like to see those dreams come to fruition. I know he likes to still see the world, change for the better. I know he wanted, he was a little goofy. He was a little goofy at times, a little careless, unfocused, and unfortunately, that led to his, that might have led to what happened to him in his last days. But like I said, he had a great soul, great spirit, great energy, and I just seeing him, I seen a great character, a great person that was just had been through a lot and just put in very unfortunate times. You know what I'm saying? He went through a lot. just being homeless, living out of his car, working through his car through Uber. You know, he wasn't in good situations, but you wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have known until the very last days of how much he was struggling. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, while he was doing Uber and all, you know, it started. His story was, at least from what I knew, after high school. I believe he had a pretty decent job. I think he said he worked at the Apple store. He was making good money. He had his apartment. He was doing good. He was doing nice. But overall, you know, I think he just had a great mind to where he couldn't just focus it. His mind was so big he couldn't hold it down to like the normal things that most people could do today. So his mind, you know, not overtook him, but he couldn't sit it down and focus and do a normal job, because he had this normal job, this normal apartment, things went good. But then he said he started lacking in his job and his work and maybe his performance, but it ultimately came to him not having being let go from his job, and then him eventually being evicted out of his apartment. So, you know, he got, after that, I guess he got the rental car, and he took the rental car and he started doing Uber out of his car and living out of his car, and he was doing that for a couple of years, and it was going cool, it was going good. And then yet again, you know, lack of focus. I won't say lack of focus, but you know, it's just things just got I ain't even gonna say too much, but you know, things just happened and he couldn't keep up. He just wasn't keep up, falling behind, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he put a lot of time into making content, making videos, and I used to watch those videos because the things he would say, especially looking back, was like really inspiring, really motivational, really heartfelt, you know what I'm saying? I wish I had a better word than heartfelt, because that's like the deepest word I can think of. But you know, you feel him. You know, he had this presence that he knew how to make you feel it. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to make you feel what you were saying, and he got a few followers from it. You know what I'm saying? And he was doing that for a couple years, and that's when I saw my resume with him, because I was doing Uber at the same time, and I had the same goal. So I'm keeping up with dude. I'm like, alright, where he gonna go? What's he gonna do? And you know, like I said, the only thing about him, he ain't take life seriously, which is a good thing. I think is a good thing, but sometimes he took life a little too unseriously. Which, another thing I resonated is because that's a reason where I'm at right now, 28. You know, living with my grandparents, making $14 an hour, working at Marshalls. You know, just lacking. But similar to him, I feel like, you know, his lack of initiative, not focus, initiative. In other words, like purpose of, hey, I need to do this with my life. He was a go with the flow type of guy. He just wherever today goes, that's where I go, and that's what I was like, and that's what I was like until now, until I had this goal. You know what I'm saying? But all that to say, he kept that attitude, that kind of go with the flow attitude, not really too much initiative, not really too much discipline, and eventually push comes to shove, he loses this rental car because he couldn't pay for it, you know. And I think it was just so monotonous, just keep on doing that Uber grind. I did it. It's terrible. It's set up to make you work. It's set up to make you, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Constantly, he was renting a car. I remember renting a car for like $40 a day. That's like $300 a week. So I could make $150 a day, 7 days, but it's so monotonous working that hard every day, having to pay. You know what I'm saying? And it just takes a lot out of you. So I knew it took a lot out of him, and eventually he got to the point where he was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do me and have some and relax and chill, because I know that's what he wanted to do. And eventually he ended up losing the car. Now once he lost the car, I knew that things was gonna get hard for him. I didn't think it was gonna end the way it did, but things got hard for him. He turned straight up homeless. He had a good support system. He had a lot of support from his fans, not fans, but followers. He had a few good amount of followers, and at first they sent him a good amount of money, but as you know, it don't last. It didn't last. They not gonna keep doing that forever. You know what I'm saying? He got initial boost. I don't want to say pity, but people saw what he was in, saw the difficulty that he was going through, and they helped him out. And so eventually it kept him going a little longer, but it got to the point where he just didn't get the help he needed. He didn't get the help, support he wanted, and it led to, I think he had a psychotic attack. I don't know, but his mind definitely deteriorated. It definitely got to him. The pressures of being homeless, having no help, having little to no support from his family. I ain't say that, but the reason why he was homeless is because he didn't feel like his family, his mother, his peoples was supporting him, was looking out for him in a way. So he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be on my own." And I liked it about him. He had a strong spirit, strong mind. It was just unfocused. And I don't mean to say that to disrespect. I'm just saying because it was true. Like, if you look at him, he deleted a lot of his videos and his music. But if you look at him, you'll see, the type of person he was. But I remember a lot of people say, "Hey, get help," but all he needed was some support, some focus, and he would have been cool. And I of course, I'm where I'm at. I wasn't in a place where I could help him. I tried to support him through like comments and stuff. Hey, bro, keep your head up, whatnot. And so when he passed on, it kind of got to me. I'm like, damn, bro. This dude, to me, he had great potential to do something great, to do something special, without a doubt. And it really got to me because I'm like, how many people out there is like him? Great potential, great spirit, great energy. He's a great person, peaceful, nice all around, but they're gonna get ultimately, they're kind of shut down and they're locked away, restricted because of how the world works and how the world treats people that aren't normal. How the world treats people like him, how the world treats people like me, people who just don't think inside the box that society operates in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, my whole life I felt like outcasted a little bit. It was never super outcasted, but I always felt a little bit like an outcast, and I definitely think that mindset has gotten me to where I am today, total lacking. And that's why, to fight back, I've had this big goal of, I'm just gonna be the best rapper because I know I got this talent. Let me see what I could do. And with him, I know it got to him too. I know he felt like, in a way, he was outcasted, and especially once he became homeless from his family, from everybody, and overall it's sad, but he's somebody, remembering his life, remembering him and what he did, and it keeps me going. I ain't gonna hold you, it keeps me going a lot, and it was a huge motivation as a part of why I wanted to do this, why I wanted to go on this journey. So 11-19, I just want to shout him out. I know this video a little long, but I don't even care. So that's it, man. I just want to end this by saying shout out Trey Maurice Walker. 11-19 forever, man, for life. 11-19, J Money, J Moye, Trey 11-19, J Moye, forever. Peace.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If there are things you need to borrow,